Good afternoon. My name is Patty Laporte, and I'm the Senior Brand Manager for the Shurtape brand. At Shurtape, we craft relentlessly reliable tape for professionals with the highest, most exacting standards. Serving a variety of markets, from packaging and painting to HVAC and transportation, our approach to making tape is as uncompromising as our craftsmen who apply it. Today, we are here to talk to you about the importance of a secure, easy-to-open seal on corrugated cartons, how a strong seal protects not only your products but also your profit. We will demonstrate how choosing the best combination of tape applicator and packaging tape is crucial to keeping your production lines running efficiently. This decision also impacts your product's quality after it leaves your doors. We will show you a solution that minimizes your risks for costly product damage, theft, and personnel injury caused by knife cuts, so that you can be confident your customers and end users are receiving products you can be proud of. Now I'm going to turn the presentation over to Bradley Dunlap, who, as product manager, is responsible for leading the product development and marketing support for the packaging tape and equipment category. He is also a member of the Pressure Sensitive Tape Council and Institute of Packaging Professionals. Feel free to submit questions at any time. After his presentation, Bradley will answer as many questions as time allows. If we miss your question or run out of time, we will be providing a document the following day with all of our answers. Bradley, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon. Thank you for spending some time with us today to talk about sealing cartons safely and securely. A secure, easy-to-open seal is critical to both your bottom line and your reputation. Think of it this way. You've invested a lot of time and money into your product, in its development, creating quality measures, eye-catching packaging, and even shipping to ensure it gets to its destination intact. Essentially, you rely on that product and carton to make a great first impression. Unfortunately, packaging issues along the supply chain can affect not only your production efficiency, but also your company's image. There are three case sealing issues that many organizations face. The first revolves around production issues, such as packaging tape not sticking in addition to broken or uncut tape. In these cases, you end up with production downtime and reworks, not to mention the additional tape usage and labor costs to fix the problem cartons and keep them sealed. The second issue involves insecure seals. This can result in cartons opening during transit due to stress, leaving product exposed, thereby increasing the risk of product damage and cartons being refused at delivery. Theft and pilferage are another unfortunate result of insecure seals. As shown here, it's simple to slide a hand under a weak seal to remove one or two items, oftentimes without a trace. Issues such as these are often caused by improper application by a tape applicator or not using the right type of tape for the application. A final, often overlooked issue is damage due to sharp instruments. Something as simple as a knife or other sharp object can wreak havoc along the supply chain. Knife cuts and nicks cause product damage and may cause items to be deemed unsellable, resulting in costly returns. The Grocery Manufacturers Association and the Food Marketing Institute estimate the damaged product and other unsellables cost packaged good manufacturers $15 billion annually, or 1 to 2% of a manufacturer's gross sales. A second risk associated with knives is personal injury due to cuts and lacerations. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration estimates that just one cut or laceration can cost $36,500, including direct costs such as workers' compensation payouts and health care, and indirect costs such as wages paid related to lost time or work stoppage, and time and money spent on worker replacement. On the positive side, these issues have a common thread that's easily fixed. Selecting the right packaging tape and application method can not only address these common complaints, but also maximize efficiency on the packaging line to keep them running longer and faster while maintaining a quality, secure seal on your cartons. Let's start by discussing packaging tape. Selecting the right tape is essential to maintaining the integrity of your carton and product. It's also critical to enable lines to stay up and running. Packaging tapes are available in a variety of adhesives and grades. Two common types of adhesives are acrylic and hot melt. Acrylic tapes are constructed with a cast BOPP film that provides uniform thickness and durable performance. They offer good initial tack because their adhesive is more viscous. This allows for a better tack to the corrugate. However, the viscosity also makes it easier for the adhesive to flow out when external forces are met. Hot melt tapes are constructed with three layers: a cast BOPP film backing like that found in the acrylic tapes, a special release coat that allows these tapes to unwind consistently and easily, and the adhesive layer. Whereas acrylic adhesive strength builds over time, hot melt adhesives are produced with a very strong synthetic rubber resin. which generates an instant aggressive bond to corrugate cartons. Once applied, it would take an extreme amount of force to cause the adhesive to pull away from itself. So, if applied properly, it would be more likely to rip the corrugate than to fail. In addition to an aggressive bond to corrugate cartons, hot melt adhesives offer higher cohesive strength. In other words, its ability to maintain its hold on your carton. External forces encountered throughout the life cycle, such as lifting, shifting, forklifts, and general stress applied during storage and transit, can affect the tape's holding power. When external forces such as these are met, the exterior of the carton will contort and apply stress to the tape, typically where the major flaps meet the side of the carton. If the tape's cohesive strength is not sufficient, it will fail, leading to cartons popping open and the potential for product damage, theft, and pilferage. Manufacturers, such as Shurtape, place their tapes through rigorous testing to ensure they provide strong holding power. This is typically done through a shear test, which simulates the tape being adhered to the side of the carton. In most industrial packaging applications, it's best to use a tape that is rated at or above 10,000 minutes of holding power. Shurtape HP series packaging tapes, for example, consistently provide the highest holding power to fiberboard in the industry. Another important consideration when choosing a packaging tape is grade. As you can see from this chart on Shurtape HP series, packaging tapes are available in a variety of grades, meaning varying levels of film thickness and amount of adhesive. These grades ensure you have the right holding power based on several variables, including the carton size, weight, and environment, among other considerations. As any of these factors increase, so too should the grade of tape. In addition to the standard hot melt product offering, some applications require a specialty tape. In many applications, the tape's adhesive may require hours to finish making its bond. Without proper tape adhesion, some cartons, especially those on the top layer, may end up with a weaker seal, allowing them to pop open. This issue is magnified in a cold environment. Cold, often harsh environments like produce packaging, meat and poultry processing, dairy facilities, cold weather moving and storage, and unheated warehouses in cold weather climates often require a tape engineered specifically for performance in sub-freezing conditions. Shurtape's HP 132 and 232 are specially formulated with a synthetic rubber resin hot melt adhesive that will provide an instant permanent bond in sub-freezing temperatures to keep packages sealed and secured. Acrylic tapes, like Shurtape's AP series products, also perform well in cold temperature environments due to its lower viscosity. Recycled corrugate is another application that demands a specialized tape. According to the Corrugated Packaging Alliance, in 2012, 91% of the corrugated packaging used in the U.S. was successfully recovered for recycling, maintaining its top position as the most recycled packaging material. While finding fewer cartons in landfills is great for the environment, the higher recycled content of corrugated containers can affect packaging tape's ability to create a secure seal. That's because as the recycled content in corrugated containers increases, smaller fibers and more fillers are used, which can make it difficult for packaging tape to stick. Shurtape designed its HP 235 packaging tape with an enhanced adhesive engineered specifically for sealing highly recycled corrugated containers, in particular 100% recycled. The optimized adhesive formula results in higher adhesion and higher shear, and also provides for increased fiber tear when the tape is removed, offering tamper-evident security. Tape quality is another important factor to consider when choosing a packaging tape, so much so that the Pressure Sensitive Tape Council recently developed the Responsible Tape Manufacturer Program, which certifies member companies against numerous regulations, laws, and best practices related to both product quality and manufacturing responsibility. Products offered by the Responsible Tape Manufacturer certified companies like Shurtape are manufactured to meet strict standards, producing a product you can proudly apply. Quality packaging tapes are designed to keep packaging lines running faster and longer. Variables such as inconsistent film thickness, thin adhesive coating, and little release coating may hinder the performance of the tape. So make sure your tape manufacturer places their tapes through a rigorous testing process to ensure the consistency of every roll. At Shurtape, our HP series uniquely engineered formula delivers a consistent, low-force unwind off the roll so that every roll is good to the core, meaning no tape is wasted. Why do all these factors matter? Think back to our packaging tape issues. Tape issues, like not sticking and breaking, can be costly due to additional tape usage, production downtime, and reworks. But using a packaging tape with an aggressive adhesive, in some cases designed for your specific application, allows for a better bond. And tapes that offer consistent unwind mean fewer breaks. so less tape will be used and fewer reworks will be required. Additionally, application issues resulting in cartons popping open and weak seals that are easy to pilfer can be easily addressed with tapes that offer better holding power. The shear strength means cartons can withstand more stress, and a better seal means there's more tamper-evident security via visible fiber tear. Not only is it important to have a packaging tape that's well made, but application method is also important. The combination of the right tape and applicator can provide a secure, easy-to-open seal that addresses the critical sealing issues faced by many organizations. There are two ways to apply tape to your cartons, by hand and by machine. Today we are going to focus on the automated process, so let's talk about tape applicators. It's important to note that most packaging tapes are pressure sensitive, meaning they require some type of wipe down force to create a bond to the corrugate. The proper pressure drives the tape's adhesive into the corrugate, allowing the adhesive to entangle itself deep within the fibers of the carton to create a secure seal. When selecting a tape applicator, it's important to look at how the applicator wipes the tape down. Oftentimes this is done via two rollers positioned at the front and the rear of the tape applicator. In many cases this is not sufficient, especially if you're sealing underfilled cartons. Take a look at this image, which depicts the amount of pressure applied to a piece of tape on an underfilled carton. Here you can see that it is difficult for a roller to apply the type of pinpoint load that is needed to fully engage the tape's adhesive with the corrugate. Deep red signifies a significant amount of wipe down force. So, look for options that offer multiple wipe down mechanisms. For example, Shurtape has recently become an authorized distributor of Primeloc tape applicators, which offer multiple flexible wipe down points, allowing you to fully utilize the tape's adhesive, even on underfilled cartons. As you can see, even on an underfilled carton, we are generating a more consistent pressure profile, upward of 75% more than the competitive tape applicators. What does that mean for our case sealing issues? A better seal. With proper tape application, more of the tape's adhesive is used, creating a more secure seal, and one that offers visual evidence, via fiber tear, that the tape has been removed or tampered with. Now, to address the third, often overlooked issue, damage due to sharp instruments. You may have every precaution in place to ensure the safety and quality of your product, but you can't necessarily extend your reach beyond your facility. Your carton will encounter a breadth of stresses and issues along the supply chain, until finally reaching its destination, where something as simple as a knife or other sharp instrument can cause damage. Knife cuts are all too common during unpacking, causing product damage and, in unfortunate instances, personal injury. Once the product is damaged, it's often returned as unsellable, and as mentioned earlier, the costs associated with just one cut or laceration are astronomical. On average, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration suggests one cut or laceration can cost a company upwards of $36,500, while the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics suggests these types of workplace injuries may require up to 4 days to recuperate. To minimize the damage and danger associated with knife cuts, Shurtape now offers the Primeloc tape applicator, which gives you the ability to fold the edge of the tape along the length of the carton. This creates a secure, easy-to-open seal that doesn't require a knife or blade to open, essentially providing a dry edge to grasp the tape and remove it, and reducing the risk of product damage and worker injury due to knife cuts. Another added advantage to folding the tape edge is increased thickness of the tape at the most vulnerable failure point, where the tape folds over the edge of the carton. Now that we've discussed the carton sealing issues and potential ways to fix these problems, let me tell you about Cornerstone Baking Company in Nashville, Tennessee, a division of the Bun Companies. Cornerstone supplies frozen dough products and scoop and bake wet mix to major fast food and family casual chains nationwide. Here, food and personal safety are the priority. Alan Barton, president of Cornerstone, relies on end-of-the-line metal detectors to ensure product safety. But this safety precaution doesn't extend beyond the facility, as he cannot control a blade breaking and going into his product post-metal detector. He's also concerned about safety on his customer's end. Where people are moving quickly and going through a lot of corrugated cases, when you're in a hurry, Mr. Barton suggests there's a greater potential of personal injury. Cornerstone recently converted their packaging lines to the Sureseal Solution. This is a carton sealing solution that combines Shurtape HP Series packaging tape with a Primeloc tape applicator to provide consistent and secure seals carton after carton. Cornerstone utilizes the solution's folded edge technology I discussed earlier to fold the edges of the tape, creating a secure, easy-to-open, no-knife-needed seal, which means there's less potential for broken blades to contaminate product. It also eliminates costly product damage from knife cuts and the potential for injuries on his customer's end due to knife cuts and lacerations. In addition to concerns over using sharp instruments to open cartons, Cornerstone, like many organizations, had issues with the cartons popping open. Here, they were lacking proper tape adhesion. This problem was solved by implementing the Sureseal Solution. By combining the holding power of HP series packaging tape with the unmatched wipe down force of the Primeloc tape applicator, Cornerstone was able to get a better case seal. And, happy with the results that he's seen thus far, Mr. Barton hopes to convince his suppliers to adopt this Sureseal solution to eliminate food and personal safety risk in his facility too. To summarize, many organizations, big and small, face packaging issues along the supply chain. Packaging tape issues, like tape not sticking and broken or uncut tape, can lead to production downtime, reworks, additional tape usage, and more. Insecure seals caused by improper application by a tape applicator or using the wrong tape for the application can result in cartons popping open during transit, product damage, and theft and pilferage. And finally, the overlooked issue of using sharp instruments to open cartons can lead to costly knife cuts, resulting in product damage and possible personal injury. But selecting the right combination of tape and applicator can help fix these issues, maximize production efficiency to save time and money, and give you a little more time to spend on other things. And with a better, more reliable seal, you can be confident your seal and your brand image will maintain its hold from the packaging line to the customer. As I mentioned earlier, one of the options for a better case seal is the Sureseal Solution. The combination of HP series packaging tape, which offers an instant, permanent bond with cartons, applied with the Primeloc tape applicator, which offers unique features such as unmatched wipe down force for secure, tamper-evident seals, and exclusive folded edge technology for no-knife open seals, provides a carton sealing solution that is engineered for better performance and efficiency to produce a consistent and secure seal, carton after carton. Please visit our website, suresealsecure.com, to learn more about this solution and its use on your packaging lines.
Bradley, thank you for your insight into the importance of a secure, easy-to-open seal on corrugated cartons and how choosing the right combination of tape applicator and packaging tape can make a difference in keeping production lines running efficiently. And now let's get to the Q&A. We'll have about 20 minutes for questions. If we do not get to your question, we will have an answer for you within 24 hours. The complete Q&A transcript, including answers we do not have time for, will be sent to all of our registered attendees and will be posted with the webinar when it goes into on-demand mode. Now let's look at our first question. Will you be at PAC Expo in Las Vegas?
Good afternoon. Yes, we will be at PAC Expo demonstrating our capabilities at booth 6105 in the Lower South Hall. Again, we will be in booth 6105 in the Lower South Hall.
Great. How do I know I am getting a secure seal on my carton?
If you refer back to the presentation, we presented a picture that shows someone sealing items out of a box by depressing on the major flap. If you go to your packaging line and after a product is sealed, press down on the major flaps very similar to this picture to see if the tape holds the seal closed. If not, then you're not getting a secure seal. Another way to tell is by looking to see if you're getting visible fiber tear. By removing your tape, look to see if you're tearing the box and receiving visible fiber tear. If not, again, you are not getting a secure seal on your carton.
Wonderful, thank you. How can I reduce my tape consumption while at the same time improving my seal?
This is possible by using the Sureseal system, because you're achieving much more wipe down pressure on the tape utilizing the tape's adhesive. When fully utilizing the tape's adhesive, you are therefore creating a secure seal that can actually let you reduce your tape consumption. You're reducing your tape consumption by doing a multitude of things. One, you could possibly move from a 3-inch width tape to a 2-inch width tape because you're now using more of the tape's adhesive. In the past, you may have been using 20% of the adhesive, where now you're having full utilization of the adhesive. Another way to do this is by shortening the tab length on the front and rear of the box. This can be done with the Primeloc tape applicator, which is a unique feature to this tape head. Other tape heads typically only allow you to adjust one tab setting, and that typically is the rear. We allow you to adjust both the front and the rear, therefore cutting your consumption of tape. The final way that we're going to allow you to cut your consumption of tape is by creating a secure seal. Once a secure seal is created, you therefore eliminate the need for rework.
Wonderful. Our next question, is there a hand applicator that rolls the edge of the tape?
Shurtape is currently in the process of creating a hand application method for folding the edge of the tape.
Wonderful. How is Shurtape working to get retailers to demand the folded edge applicator on cartons they receive?
We are working with our end-of-the-line partners and our distributors to have a pull-through effect through the market. We are working for major food corporations to put folded edge technology on their lines, so that way when the product goes to a very large customer or a retail shop such as a Walmart, the stock operator is removing the tape via folded edge technology. This will create a pull-through effect through the market, therefore creating the demand.
Wonderful. How can I reduce my tape consumption while at the same time improving my seal?
This is possible by achieving more wipe down pressure and fully utilizing the tape. When you do this, you're able to cut your tab lengths or downgrade from a 3-inch tape to a 2-inch tape.
Why is wipe down force such an important factor?
Wipe down force is an important factor because you're using a pressure sensitive adhesive. To engage the adhesive into the corrugate, you have to press down on the backing. Once you press down with an adequate force, you drive the adhesive deep into the corrugate and entangle it with the fibers, therefore creating a secure seal that produces visible fiber tear when removed.
Next question, why are my cartons popping open in transit?
There could be a multitude of factors that could be contributing to this. Some of the factors could be your transit method. Are you shipping single parcel, or are you shipping with a pallet configuration less than container load? With single parcel shipments, we all know that they are handled throughout different distribution centers. Same thing with less than container loads. They are often loaded and offloaded. Also consider your application method. Are you applying the tape by hand or with a machine application? Each of these factors can, therefore, determine your wipe down pressure that's being used. Also remember to consider the tape that you're using. Hot melt tapes have a much higher holding power than an acrylic. If you're using a hot melt, you're much less likely to encounter your cases popping open during transit.
Okay, and this looks like this is our last question. What should I consider when choosing a packaging tape?
Many things can help play into that decision. A few choices can be made. 1, do you want to use acrylic or hot melt? 2, what width of tape do you want to use? 2-inch or 3-inch? And finally, the grade of tape. How thick do you need your tape to be? The factors that you should consider are your box construction. Are you using a new box or a box that is made of post-consumer waste, highly recycled corrugate? What size of box are you using? Is it a small box that's going to single parcel shipment, or are you filling a large box that is going to be palletized and then shipped? The weight of the box, are you shipping t-shirts or are you shipping computer processors? The value of your product, and the sealing and storage environment. If you're sealing in cold temperature versus a warm, arid temperature environment, those should be factors that will play into your tape selection. For further guidance, please contact our customer service at 1-888-442-TAPE or visit suresealsecure.com and fill out the Contact Us information. Once that is submitted, our sales representative will contact you shortly and be happy to discuss your sealing operation.
Wonderful. Thank you, Bradley. We're going to have to wrap up the webinar right here. Thank you for spending time with us today. As Bradley mentioned, for more information regarding the Sureseal solution, please visit suresealsecure.com or www.shurtape.com for information on Shurtape's broad range of pressure-sensitive tape solutions. And as always, feel free to call or email us with any questions. Again, thank you for taking time to learn more about how the Sureseal solution can help you seal your cartons safely and securely while keeping your packaging lines at peak production. Take care, and we'll talk with you soon.